you chef.
Oh, you're the chef, are you? Then why don't you make us something nice to eat?
So well, and you have been for quite some time. We're not going to visit you all 3 days per week. We don't feel that you need that, and that's a compliment
Even if
to
you
you.
feel like it.
And we
like
know
if you
Neil.
say, oh, I wonder what Nora's doing.
Yeah, and we know Neil well enough that if there's any concerns or anything, that he would call
I'm
us.
lucky he's not an asshole.
That's one way of putting it. But he's a very good manager, and you can tell he thinks a lot of you, and you definitely have that respect for him, and it shows. And they have kind of a different
And
relationship.
his daughter works for as a CNA, and she just loves me.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
She grabs me in a hug and everything.
Yeah.
Good. I think she's like 27 or something.
yeah. She's in her later 20s. But yeah, that just means, Nora, that you are doing so well. And Nora's very good about keeping in contact with us. You're real good about emailing. You don't call nearly as much as emailing, but you do share things with us, and we appreciate that. So we feel very confident moving forward, and we're so excited and proud of you for getting the additional hours.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that Neil is okay with waiting the whole month. And I'm like, oh, that could be.
Yeah. And I did tell Cindy from Home Care that I might need to be working later on Wednesdays, because she usually picks me up at noon. So I was like telling myself, my goal for Wednesdays were to wake up at 6 and get on the bus at 7 so I can get there at 8. But if my body still can't,
I was gonna say, that's a big step for you. Like that, I've never heard you say 6 o'clock before.
I was up at 7.
That's
today.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we also have the option of 9 to 1.
Mm-hmm. So
Well,
I told
whichever.
Cindy that if I want to change my hours with you, that's how it's going to be. And I did change hours with her for cooking, because this is Lent season, and I usually go to church.
not okay because of Colin. It's...
Jill, just...
No, it's his fault and what that
Just
bastard...
take a breath. Stress is the last thing you need right now.
Please, you know what? We're gonna go.
No, but...
You rest. What are you gonna do? We are gonna figure out something because we have to. Nothing is gonna stop me from bringing my son home. Oh my God.
Go to Victor for money.
It's them.
G47. I-21. B5. O72. N42. I-22. B1. G54. I-23. I-27.
Round over.
I have so much questions.
Okay. So chapter 4 here. Okay. I might have read this on my own, but I can read it out loud. Little Girl Big the Hero. When I was 4, Mom gave me quite a scare. She was expecting my baby brother in the winter of 1986. Even though it was only in September, every time I came home from school, I would ask Mom, "Is he here yet?" I remember coming inside from playing in the sandbox. I noticed Mom down in the basement doing laundry. "Is he here yet?" Mom looked up and answered, "No." The next memory I have is I am on the love seat in the living room. Mommy is across from me, lying on the couch taking a nap. A moment later, Mom leaps off the couch, fully awake, and rushes out of the living room.
Trooper 2, Trooper 9, take over the route and then line.
Mark says his domestic battery charge in February 2016 was not his fault. Why is that?
As they're walking into the house, I'm leading the way in the house, she's behind me, and I do this kind of to be like, because she's walking towards me this way.
Investigating. Turning now to a disturbing crime in North Carolina where a teen is charged with murder after authorities say he decapitated his own mom. Investigators say 18-year-old Oliver Funes called 911 to report his mother's death. And when they arrived, the teen had a knife in one hand and his mother's head in the other. Officers say the teen placed her head on the ground and was taken into custody. 2 young girls were also found in the home, but they do not appear to be hurt. Funes is now charged with first-degree murder.
Claiming he wouldn't give it a second glance at a pawn shop, but it's the source of its power to move between the dimensions, and that's what it'll use to get here and get back. Get back? Well, sure.
Yeah, then there'd be the floppy. Sure, maybe not. She's not, maybe that.
Tara's killer.
Easily hit the spare. This shot is really putting a pressure on.
You know me, I'm as blind as a bat without my glasses. And even with its close proximity, I could not make out any features. I stood still, and I stared at it. A little while after that, he got a chameleon, but a week later, they found it dead in its cage. We all figured that we shouldn't have pets anymore in the house. I started to notice that most of the bedroom windows were covered up with newspapers, which was odd to me. Nick's brother told me that it was to keep the morning light from getting in, but all the bedroom windows were on the west side of the house, meaning the sun would have to set to beam directly inside. Every time I asked about one of these weird things, they would just be very dismissive about it, but I knew they knew more than they were letting on, except of course for my mother, who was as oblivious as me. 7 sleepless months went by, and my mom and Nick were fighting more and more, with every week getting worse than the last, even with the cops getting called at least once every 2 weeks. Oddly enough, I could actually sleep those nights. Everything came to a terrifying head one night when the grandmother convinced Nick to take my mother out on a date.